much for having me over to see your wonderful facilities here. Tell me a little bit about Way of the Horse.
So the Way of the Horse has been running about 6 years now. Started off as a very small business, just me and a volunteer.
Yeah.
We developed the business over a number of years now, where we've worked with adults and children. And last year we developed a program called Project Pony, which teaches psychology and science into the program of how we cope with stress and how we manage stress and anxieties.
And how does that link in with the horse side of the business? Is it?
Yeah, we always get asked that question, and I guess horses are a prey animal, so how they react to things is really important for us to be able to see, because they use something called body scanning, which assesses how we are feeling. And what it does in the wild in a group is it allows them to sense what's happening in their environment, and they use their body scanning as a tool to be able to sense for danger.
Right.
So they do something that we've forgotten how to do. And so our programs are developed off my training that I've done all the way around the country, and then I went to America to learn how to do. And what we've done is we've brought in the science behind how your autonomic nervous system processes stress in the way that an animal would.
Yeah.
So the animal shows us the tools that we've actually forgotten during our evolution in life.
Yeah, excellent. So how many people do you have along on these courses?
So we have, we did originally have between 10 and 15 people, but because of COVID, what we've had to do now is we've had to change all of that. So we have up to 6 people in a group, and we have the workshops actually in the stable area with this vortex of cold air coming in, as you can feel today. But what it means is that we're COVID compliant, and we can space people out with the 2 metre distance, and they can still have the classroom learning, along with the interaction with the animals.
Great, okay. How many animals have you got are involved?
We did have 10 until a few weeks ago, and now we've just got 8.
Yes.
We're not taking any in at the moment, just because of our move situation until we know where we're going.
Yes.
Yeah, we've just got 8 at the moment. We've got about 11 chickens and 2 sheep.
Yeah, yeah. And that must be, I mean, that must have the overheads for running an organisation like this must be quite phenomenal.
Yeah, so we did actually tot it all up a couple of weeks ago, how much it actually cost us, and obviously with the running costs of the renting of the premises and the insurances, and then obviously the feeding, especially this time of the year, you know, that goes up tenfold, because you're, you know, bringing in hay and haylage, and you need bedding for poorly animals or animals that stay outside. And most of our horses actually do like to be outside, and we tend to allow them to live outside because they do prefer it. They have shelters, and they have a choice of whether they want to be in or out, but what that means is that we're constantly feeding them as well.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, we do quite well, and we do you know, have good staff that manage them really, really well, and you know, we're here 10 hours a day, so
it's a long day,
it's a long day,
especially in these circumstances.
Yes, and as you can tell, when you sit outside in this environment, it does get cold, but yeah, we do the best we can, and we try and the Project Pony is only for 2 hours now, so we've limited the amount of teaching that we've got for people, just because of the weather conditions and how cold it is, and obviously they have to sit out in a barn environment, which actually people are taking, they really quite like it because it's different.
Well, it's fresh air.
And a bit of fresh air, so
and the Project Pony, how long does a Project Pony course last?
So it lasts up to 12 weeks, and then we have a graduation service. So during the period of 12 weeks, we're teaching people all about how to manage stress, how your body processes stress. We teach them how to body scan, how to be able to manage and recognise in their own body how and what they're feeling. So over the period of weeks, there's psychology or science taught along with about 75. That's about 75% of the teaching, and then we have about 25% of animal interaction.
Yeah.
So it's each week builds up to a task.
Yeah.
Each week, you know, there's things that they're learning that they're going to take away with them that changes their life forever.
Yeah.
Because it will change their patterns. It will change the way they think. It is quite a powerful course. It's
Yeah.
not just a little bit of horse brushing, and I
Yeah.
think that's what people think. They think that it's just about brushing horses or, you know, touching horses, and it is way more than that. The science,
Learning from the horse owners,
psychology,
yeah, absolutely.
and learning from the animals,
Yeah.
but then also seeing some of the horses that we've had in that have recovered, and that have come through that process of what we call disassociation, and seeing them recover as well is part of the rehabilitation of the Project Pony.
Yeah, of course.
So Project Pony is rehabilitation of a human alongside the rehabilitation of an animal, and you see how they interact and how they interact with us and how they change during the process of healing.
Yeah.
And this program isn't about healing people, it's about taking people on a journey of their own healing.
Almost a self-discovery
It's a self-discovery,
with the
yeah.
tools that you give them in
Yeah.
the course.
Yeah, so it is a self-discovery, self-healing,
Yeah.
you know, journey, and helping people on their journey of self-discovery.
Yeah. Well, that's important at any time, but I would imagine at this moment in our history, with what's going on in the world, it couldn't come there's never been a more critical time for anxiety, for people with anxiety and depression and stress.
Yeah,
So
absolutely,
you probably need it now more than ever before. So
Yeah. So fingers crossed. And we've got a new Project Pony coming out in January 2021.
Excellent. Great.